An Aaron Rodgers injury scare? Someone getting hit in the gonads? We have all the latest from New York Jets OTAs, day number 2. Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rodgers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
You're damn right we are. Hey, everybody, my name is Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe down below, and show all your support as we break down all things New York Jets right here on the YouTube channel. There's also an article down below with the latest details, of course, on the Aaron Rodgers injury scare. Plus, we're going to talk about one of the Jets players getting hit below the belt, right in the jumblies, right in the bit and caboodle. Yes, we'll talk about all that. But first off, we got to OTA's practice today. Today, we're recording this on Tuesday, May 23rd. The Jets in total have 10 OTA practices, but only 4 are open to the media. So on those 4, they're going to be super hyped up because they're going to be covered by all these reporters. So that was the case today. And it was the first time that the media got an opportunity to see Aaron Rodgers in action. And just almost as soon as it starts, we start getting some horrible tweets. And I got to be honest, and I'm just laying it out on the line for you guys. The worst possible place to be in Jets land is sitting on Jets Twitter as we get a cryptic message, and then we have to wait for the next message to see if it's confirmed by somebody else or anything of that nature. And the first one came earlier today from Diana Rossini of ESPN, who tweeted out a concerning, troubling update where she took a picture of Aaron Rodgers on the side with a trainer, and she said, quote, Aaron Rodgers off to the side, favoring his ankle, checking it, something clearly not right. And of course, Jet fans like myself are losing their gosh darn bananas. Like, oh my, not this, not now. After all the things, Sam Darnold mononucleosis, this guy getting hurt in weird ways and oddities and things of that nature. Like, nothing could take down Jet fans with all the hype and buildup of this offseason, except, of course, Aaron Rodgers friggin' getting hurt. So we're left sitting there on that Diana Rossini update. I think a lot of us are freaking out. Connor Hughes of SNY said Rodgers warmed up, didn't get hurt, looked fine, not doing much of anything else. Quote unquote, might have tweaked something. Rich Cimini also reiterated that early hunch that he tweaked something in warmups, and all of a sudden we're all scared. The good news came from Brian Costello initially saying, while he doesn't have his helmet on, the good news is he's still out there. If he was really hurt, he would be inside. And we ultimately got the latest update, which, like I said, is in the article down below on YouTube, from Josina Anderson first, right before Aaron Rodgers was set to speak to the media, that it is a calf strain. And Aaron Rodgers himself confirmed it as well. He said that he tweaked his calf. He does not believe it's too serious. And then in the middle of it, it seemed like he just said, hey, we're taking a vet rest day, because at the end of the day, it's the end of May. What are we talking about here? He should be absolutely fine. But those moments, which may have only been minutes, it felt like eons as we waited between updates to make sure that Aaron Rodgers was okay, because of course he's the straw that stirs the drink. He's this entire offseason for the New York Jets. So it was getting a little concerning from that standpoint as we kind of waited it out to see what was going to happen there with Rodgers. But here's the good news. Number one, it's fine. A calf strain, super minor, not going to be a big deal. So that's number one, the injury not serious. Number two, it's May. The Jets could afford to wait on Rodgers and say, hey, man, take some time. We don't need you to rush in. We'll give more reps to Zach Wilson. We'll give more reps to Tim Boyle. We'll give more reps to whoever, and they can take over and make some things happen. So from that perspective, absolutely fine. The season is 3+ months away. Get the guy right. That is the most important factor for the New York Jets. Now, the thing that you got to feel great about, for me, as a Jets fan. And then we'll get into the player getting hit in the gonads. That's a term that doesn't get used often enough. We'll get into that in just a minute. But the good thing about Aaron Rodgers, despite the fact he's 39, despite the fact he's going to turn 40 during the season, he's an NFL Ironman over the last 6 years, which covers 5 seasons because the 2023 season has not happened yet. So over the last 6 years, Aaron Rodgers has appeared in 81 out of 82 possible games. And I believe the only game he's missed was COVID. So he has been as healthy as an ox. So 81 out of 82, can't beat that. And of course, both the Packers and the Jets are relying on that streak continuing because the Packers need Aaron Rodgers to play about 60, well, not about, he needs to play at least 65% of the snaps or more, which translates to about 11 of the 17 games from those numbers of playing that long. And a reporter gave the factoid. It's something like, Aaron Rodgers has had 13 seasons in which he's made at least 15 starts or something, maybe even more than that, in terms of he's just a guy that's always available. So that's the thing to feel great about. He's been an Iron Man for the New York Jets, and that's something that really can rev a few engines from that perspective. And here's the other thing that I really just loved. It should make all of us feel good, especially when we talked about all the variety of different injury issues, is the thing that Aaron Rodgers kind of answered at the end of his podium sesh when he was asked about, kind of taking pride in a few categories. And one of the big ones, of course, was being healthy and playing through injuries. We're in a society where everyone's soft, S-A-W-F-T, soft, where they're like left and right. People are looking for any excuse not to, to sit out and do all these other things with contracts and things of that nature. Aaron Rodgers is still one of those old school OG guys. Let's throw it up here on the big board. Let's listen to Aaron Rodgers himself you'll hear both the question and answer on him priding himself on making sure he's out there for his teammates. A refreshing thing. Here's Aaron Rodgers today.
Course of your career, I think 13 times you've made at least 15 starts. How is that one of the best achievements of your career that you've been that available to your teammates, played through injuries? What do you have?
Yeah, that's always been something that I've tried to pride myself on. It's a different feel. I think the interaction with the training room over the years. When I first got in the league, there was obviously nowhere near the concussion understanding or treatment or protocol as we have now. There'd be times where guys would maybe get dinged up and go back in. There'd be other injuries where guys would just play through it. There was this idea of like callus that some coaches still talk about, and we obviously practiced differently. We had double days back then. And with some unfortunate things that happened, they cut that back to the 2 and the 1, and then obviously it's been much curtailed from that point. But I've always wanted to be on the field, and always had a good relationship with the trainers, but not good enough on their side where they could tell me when not to play, because my answer was I'm always going to try and be on the field, and I always felt like if my 80% was better than the guy behind me, then I should be on the field. And I always thought that was a good kind of barometer for every player. There seems to be, in more recent years, some guys looking for to be told not to play. And my stance has always been, I'm going to tell the trainers when I'm going to play.
That's my quarterback, baby. That's my quarterback. Aaron Rodgers saying, hey, I'll tell the trainers when I'm going to play. You ain't going to tell me. I'm going to tell you. Okay, Aaron Rodgers. And again, a guy that's an Iron Man. And Jet fans, here's a stat, and I know you guys know it, but the Jets have not had a quarterback play an entire season, and that means make a start in every regular season game since 2015. The last guy to do it was Ryan Fitzpatrick. And even in that season, which he did make 16 starts as last quarterback to do it, against the Raiders in that year, he made the start but got injured during the game. Geno Smith had to finish the game. So even then, he wasn't perfectly healthy, but at least he checked off the bucket list of starting in each of those games. So it's about time we get somebody hoping to accomplish that feat of, and we're talking about a bare minimum here, availability, the ability to be on the football field on a week-to-week basis. So it's refreshing to hear from Aaron Rodgers on that factoid. And speaking of injury scares, let's get into this. Allen Lazard. He's a guy that, of course, a $44 million addition by the New York Jets, this offseason, and he's this big piece. Of course, the obvious connection to Aaron Rodgers. Shortly after the Aaron Rodgers calf thing comes out, or just Aaron Rodgers injured, oh no, what's happening? Allen Lazard goes down in a heap and there's reports that he's in a lot of pain. And we're like, oh no, God, good Lord, have mercy, Jet fans, saying, please, for the love of everything that's holy, hopefully this is not a big deal. And we didn't really get much updates throughout the practice, but we got an update from Allen Lazard on Twitter after the Jets OTA practice, and he had this. I'm good, y'all. Not sure why they didn't report that I practiced the rest of the day at 100%, but I'm good, LOL. Just got hit in the gonads. And a lot of people saying, ouch, ice them boys, and all kinds of other references. He got hit in the bits in caboodle, the kibble and bits. Good Lord, right in the junk for Allen Lazard. So thankfully, his gonads are secure. His gonads are safe. And more importantly, for the New York Jets, he is healthy and practiced the rest of the day for the New York Jets. Again, and that's the thing. And I don't want to trash or dunk on any reporter, whether national or local, that is trying to share updates live. I'm glad I'm not in that position. Obviously, you can see I'm in my lovely studio at home. So I'm reacting to all you guys when we're getting Jets Twitter updates live of reacting to, oh no, he's in serious pain. And what other choice do I have to go, oh my good golly, no. And we're kind of, slaves to whatever the updates are. We have no idea. We're just looking at the updates, and whatever they are, they are. So getting that from Diana Rossini saying, oh boy, he walked off the field with a trainer, you're like, oh no, or Zach Rosenblatt saying he's down in serious pain. But thankfully, at the end of the day, nothing but injury scares for the Jets, nothing serious on any front, which is great news for the New York Jets. Day number 2 of OTAs, and the first one open to the media, is in the books, and everybody's good. Thank the Lord above. Lazard's gonads are fine, and Aaron Rodgers' calf is fine. The Jets, according to all sources, again, full story down below, we're playing it cautious and safe because obviously they're 3+ months out from the season. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned right here to the YouTube channel. Like the video. Hit subscribe down below. We also have the bell notification. You don't want to miss any videos. We do quick videos like this, a quick 12 minutes or so. We have live streams on the show. Amazing guests, as you saw with that intro. So make sure, like I said, you hit subscribe, you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these great videos. We'll have updates throughout the week on all things New York Jets OTAs. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here on the channel.